And welcome back. This is the 53rd over. Left arm medium pace bowler to bowl from the Diamond Creek trail end. Diamond Creek are 5 for approximately 137. 16 overs to go before the end of the innings. 2 runs and over gives them 32 runs. 3 runs and over gives them 48 runs. And then 64 runs would be the score. 64 extra runs would be the score if they go 4 runs and over. So 4 runs and over gives them 200. Now surely that should be their target. Comes into bowl. And it's a big slog and it's going, oh no, it's fielded there by the mid-wicket. And there's a fielder down here, there's a fielder in the deep, in the long off region. Comes into bowl and works it into the third man region, and the gully runs around to collect it. Comes into bowl and defends it. Comes into bowl. Ooh! Oh no! The wicket has fallen! He's walked around the ball and gotten bowled behind his legs. We've seen the 6th wicket. Well, the number 7 batsman stuck around for quite a long time and built up a very nice partnership. It was worth late 30s or early 40s. That was a very nice partnership that really has done a wonderful job for Diamond Creek and has helped advance their score quite heavily and put them into a very good position where they could aim for a 200 score by the end of the day's play. So here comes the new batsman. So the number 8 batsman out to the middle to join the number 5 batsman. Comes into bowl and defends it into the covers. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. End of the over. And looks like there's a change of the bowling, so the spinner is gone and they've decided to change it up a bit. Maybe they've decided to go on the attack now that 6 wickets have fallen. It might be time to to try to shut this innings down of Diamond Creek's, get the 4 last wickets and restrict Diamond Creek to only about 160, 170 rather than the 200, 210 score, which is what they might reach if things get out of hand. Comes into bowl. Oh! Three runs there. Comes into bowl. The left-handed batsman is on strike now. And down the leg side, and it's a bit of a fumble by the keeper, and it nearly hit the helmet. Comes into bowl. Oh, another wild ball down the leg side. That one was a full toss at about knee height, and all the batsman would have had to have done was make contact. And there's 3 fielders on the leg side with no one at the square leg region, so just slap it towards square leg, and that was would have been 4 guaranteed. Comes into bowl and defends it. Comes into bowl. Oh, whoa! Just a bit short of a length, unsure of whether to play it on the front foot or the back foot. Ended up squaring himself up as the ball went across the batsman and missed the outside edge. So good piece of bowling there. Last ball of the over. And defends it. End of the over. So this is the 55th over. And pushes it into the offside. So they've decided to have a very defensive field. So there's long off, deep mid wicket, and long on, long off, and deep mid wicket. So bowl at full, let him leg glance. Oh, and so fine leg is a little bit deeper. So trying to concede one to get the other batsman on strike, and works it, but only hits it to mid off. Comes into bowl and leg glances it, or tries to play a drive shot, but then it just It doesn't come onto the bat, so he has to stretch out, and he curves his wrist, so it wasn't meant to be a drive, but it became a glance. So 3-dot balls. Will he just take the single if there's a ball on offer for him? And pushes it into the offside dot ball. And now long off is right on the fence. And pushes it into the offside, and they take a single. It's a very strange situation because the number 8 batsman has certainly not shown himself to be so bad at batting that he could fall any moment. So the idea that just feeding the strike away from the number 5 batsman and targeting the number 8 batsman will be the key to success seems very, very strange. I would understand if it was number 10, but not number 8. And leaves it alone. And just the 1 run off the over. Comes into bowl and leg glances it and saved in the mid-wicket region for a dot ball. So this is the 56th over. It's coming towards the most crucial period and plays the cut shot, and it's a little bit of a bumble by the fielder, but not enough to cost a run. So it's coming towards the final 10 overs of the innings, and then you really just have to think of like scoring at least 4 runs and over. Comes into bowl and drives it, fielded in the covers, dot ball. Comes into ball and defends it. Now for this bowler, they have 3 fielders out. Long on, long off, and deep square leg are on the fence, and then saving one is mid on, mid wicket, short fine leg. Comes into bowl and drives it, and they're gonna steal the single in the extra, drives it in the extra cover region, takes a single, and with just 1 ball left in the over. It looks as though this is like a cat and mouse game, but right now Diamond Creek shouldn't be thinking of that because they've got a target that they need to make, and they have running out of time to do that. Comes into bowl, and it's a huge slog, and it's going out to the long on region, and they throw it back in, and it's called a legal delivery, so that's 2 runs there, end of the over. So this is the 57th over. 11 overs to go. Sorry, 12 overs to go. So 72 balls left to set a target. And drives it aggressively, but mid-off secures it, and the number 5 batsman was looking for the run, but has to jog back. What is going to happen here? Everything is becoming very, very interesting. And chips it into the deep. Oh, very smart, very smart. 2 runs there. Very, very clever stuff. Just chips it, and because the fielder is right on the fence, even though it's a very short boundary straight of a wicket here at Coventry Oval, was able to get the 2 through very aggressive running, sprinting. Comes into bowl, and this time slaps it into the deep, and the fielder at long on is there again, and this time he's hit it too well, so we can only get the 1 run. So now the left-handed batsman, Sewell, is on strike. 3 balls he gets to face. Comes into bowl and slaps it, and goes straight to mid-off. And plays it onto the offside, and it's fielded. Comes into bowl and pushes it gently, and it's fielded in the covers. So that's the end of the over, 3 runs off it. This is the 58th over, 11 overs to go in the innings. And it's a full toss, and they're going to go for a chip, and they take the single. Doesn't seem to have any problem with giving his partner the strike, which is not amazing, which is unsurprising considering that Sewell is a very good batter. Just sorting out the field. Still waiting for the field to just get fixed up. We'll talk about the field just as soon as this delivery is over, and then we'll have a chance to talk about it. Comes into bowl and pushes it, and fielded by mid-off. So here's the field. Gully, point, cover, mid-off, long off, long on, mid-on, square leg, short fine leg. So 2, a long on and a long off, a mid on and a mid off. Comes into bowl. Oh, Yorker. Digs it out. There's the long off. Comes into bowl, and leaves it alone. Comes into bowl. Ooh, down the leg side. So, what will Diamond Creek's plan be? After this delivery, there's 10 overs left. So 60 balls left, and they need about 50 runs to make it to the 200 run mark. And it's a big slap, and it's gone down to the Cows Corner region. The umpire is signalling 4 runs there for Saul. That's end of the over. Alright, 10 overs to go, 60 balls. Here we go. Comes into bowl. And it's a big slog. And they steal it. Wonderful running there from Saul. That was all Saul. He had to sacrifice his wicket if it needed to be done, and he, if there was a clean take and a clean throw, he would have been long out. But he went for it, and even though the number 5 batsman was way out of his crease, he was able to get home. Comes into bowl, and it's a big slog sweep, and it goes into the deep. It goes into the Cows Corner region, and throws in, and they're happy with 1. Alright, they've adjusted the field for Saul with 3 fielders on the fence. And slaps it. And it's gone down to the long on region. Throws it in. And they gets 1. Now they've adjusted, they're changing the field now for the right-hander. Comes into bowl and works onto the leg side, and they're going to steal 1. They're going to maybe take 2 because the fielder hasn't picked it up yet. And he throws it in, and they're going to get 2. Oh no! Run out with a direct throw. What an amazing piece of fielding just when it was needed. What a change of fortune for North Eltham, as short of a half century by not that much, the number 5 batsman has been dismissed. so the new batsman now they've got to decide how to change this field. Okay, here we go. Number 9 batsman. Comes into bowl and pushes it back to the bowler. Comes into bowl. Ooh, pushes it back, and that's the end of the over. The big wicket has fallen. Well, this is the 60th over now. The time for Diamond Creek's innings is running out, and they still need another 40 runs or so to get to the 200 mark. And it's cut, and it's into the deep. They've got 1, they're going to go for 2. Will they take on a 3rd on the arm? No, they're happy with 2. Very nice slap there by Sewell. Comes into bowl and down the leg side. The umpire lets it go. It's reaching the point where Diamond Creek need about 5 runs per over in order to guarantee that they'll make it to the 200 mark. Comes into bowl, and it's a big slap, and fielded by the mid-on dot ball. So the field is 3rd man, square leg, deep mid-wicket, mid-off, mid-on, long off, extra cover, point. Comes into bowl, and it's a big pull shot, and it's gone into the deep. But the fielder at the deep mid-wicket collects it, and they run back for 2 more. 2 more important runs there for Sewell. A very aggressive slap shot. There's both a long on and a long off, plus a mid-off and a mid-on, well, mid-off / extra cover. Comes into bowl, and it's a top edge, and it's going down to the fine leg region, and it's going towards the camera, and it hits the fence. Comes into bowl. Oh, and that's a no ball, and they're not going to take a bye. So a no ball, big, huge, ugly beamer. is this the over to crack North Eltham Wanderers? Because there's 9 runs from it now. Score is up towards the 170 mark. That means 30 runs from 8 overs is definitely doable. The 200 is within reach for Diamond Creek. Comes into bowl. And it hits the pad. And it's gone down to the fine leg reach. And they're going to go for a second. They could if they wanted to. Saul calls for it. And no one is standing at the keeper's stumps. So 2 leg buys there to end the over. A very profitable over for Diamond Creek. Okay. The weather has changed quite significant. The cloud cover has become more pronounced, and now the little patches of blue, which you can see through because the cloud was so weak, you could actually see the blue through the mist. But now the cloud has become much more strong, and so the entire sky is just utterly grey, mostly light grey and little patches of dark grey. It's like walking through Main Street of Greensborough. Alright, comes into bowl and pushes it defensively, and what is going on there? The fielder at point was lazily jogging after the ball, which is what you normally do when you want to concede a run. So you just deliberately run badly in your fielding in order to allow the batsman time. But that was a situation where you had to do everything possible to keep that batsman on strike. So just bad running, bad fielding from that point fielder. Oh. So 2 pieces of bad fielding in a row for North Eltham Wanderers. The first one was no one standing up to the keeper's stumps, to the striking end stumps. Comes into bowl and pushes it, and it's fielded in the covers. Comes into bowl, and it's a big slap, and the fielder at mid-wicket cannot take it cleanly, and 3 fielders converge, and very good running from those 2. They actually get a second run out of that. So a misfield, a drop catch, and good running produces the extra run. The score is now well into the 170s. Comes into bowl. And edge, gone down to the 3rd man region, and the fielder at point is able to run around quite efficiently to keep that to just the 1. So, the right-handed number 9 is on strike for the final ball of the over. Comes into bowl and defends it. End of the over.